started this year. You'd never believe it. She's such a beautiful dancer. She comes from a dance background.
Good afternoon, folks. My name is Barry Steelman, and Rebecca Howland and I have taken on the Marquee on the road, so to speak. We are actually in the road by the Marquee at Red River Theaters, where Red River has a booth for market days. And I'm in the presence of a gentleman by the name of David Duvet. And David and I are going to talk about movies. David is a fan. He's a member of the Red River Board. And David, how are you this afternoon?
I'm good. I'm really happy to be here.
You'll pardon me, but I'll have to do this, switching this microphone back and forth.
Because you don't trust me holding the mic.
That's right. What have you seen lately at any movie theater? I don't, we have to be very careful here to not make this look like a commercial for one particular entity. So we always talk about movies in the most general of terms. So don't feel that you can't mention something that playing in those god-awful cinder block joints that dot the landscape.
Well, you know, surprisingly, I actually don't go to those cinder block theaters all that often because I'm not as much a fan of the big studio blockbuster films. I appreciate more smaller independent films, things that are to me more unique. For me, if a movie has a number after it, like Iron Man 2 or Rocky 5, or fill in the blank.
And it can be a number rather than a Roman numeral?
Well, the Roman numerals qualify too, but
I think the Roman numerals were throwing the audience that went to them, so that's when they reverted back to just the numbers, so people could keep track.
That's right, because you don't want film to be an educational experience. But the higher the number, the less I was interested in the film. So I come to Red River a lot, although I'm trying to think back to the blockbuster film I last saw, and I guess it was the new Star Wars, that Force Awakens. I did go see that.
And that was worth going to see.
I thought it was good. For those of us who are old enough to kind of remember the original Star Wars movie that is now episode 4, I think, but the original one, this story seemed very familiar. It had a very familiar arc to it, but I thought it was well made.
Yeah, I did too. And I thought the introduction of the two new main characters, the young people, I think that bodes well for future installments.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's a spoiler, but most people should have seen it if they're already going to go see it. But I think the fact that we had to wait quite a while in that film for Luke Skywalker to appear, I actually liked that. I thought that was kind of a clever way of making you wonder while you're watching the film, well, what happened to Luke?
Yeah, because they certainly summoned up the major other characters that had been in the first 4 films that were made in the 70s and 80s.
But, you asked about a movie. A movie at Red River, I thought, it's not playing any longer, but it was great. And I encourage people to seek it out on Blu-ray or DVD. It was called Eye in the Sky. It was with Helen Mirren and a number of other actors and actresses people will recognize, but she played a primary role in the film. And it dealt with this issue of drones, especially drones that have weapons attached to them that are used from time to time to fight terrorism in the Middle East. I thought it was a very thoughtful film, compelling, suspenseful, in all sorts of ways. You were kept in suspense about what the result of this particular action was going to be. It was interesting because it showed how countries have to interact with each other. The host Middle Eastern country, England, that was providing the military expertise, the United States that was providing the technology, and the governments of all of those countries trying to figure out what to do about this particular situation. I thought it was a great film.
And the other person that probably should be mentioned as part of the cast is Alan Rickman.
Yes.
In what was actually his last physical appearance in a film. I think he did a character in an animated movie that has yet to be released, but he, as far as physically being in the film, Eye in the Sky was his last appearance.
And he played the role of a British military officer and he was great, as he was in most of his movies.
Yeah, no, a very commendable actor, Alan. So, I don't know, what have I seen here lately that I like? There's been a couple that I may have passed on as far as Becky Howland and I went to see Conjuring 2.
I didn't see that.
Well, yeah, no, we like to think that we don't really set ourselves up for being above any movie, and are willing, unless it really gets absolutely unspeakable reviews, we'll stay away from it. And this particular movie with Vera Farmiga was in it.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, and Wilson. Patrick Wilson was her husband, played her husband, and this was based as much as you could possibly consider it to be based on two people who were actually in the ghost detection business back in the 1970s.
Sort of like Ghostbusters for intellectuals.
This is Ghostbusters for real, and it was okay. But that's about the last thing I think I've seen. We're kind of looking forward to this new film with Matthew McConaughey, The Free State of Jones,
Oh, yes,
which supposedly gives you another little bit of insight about what was going on during the Civil War in this country.
And that film is getting a lot of advertising, a lot of pre-release publicity on cable stations especially. I've seen a number of teasers for it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been in the can for a while and you're just waiting for the right opportunity to release it, but it is coming out this weekend, as a matter of fact. And McConaughey, I don't know, I've always found him to be definitely worth paying attention to.
Yeah, he was great. What was that TV series he was in with Woody Harrelson? Was it True Detective, or that was really an intense series.
Yes, yeah, I watched that on Blu-ray. I have basic cable,
Plus,
which does not include anything aside from 4, 5, and 7, and 9.
Plus, the great thing about a great McConaughey performance is if he gets nominated and then wins an Oscar, we can all look forward to his acceptance speech, which
includes what line of dialogue?
I don't know. What do you mean?
From the first movie he was ever in?
All right.
That's not a line. It's a series of words strung together.
Well, that makes it a lie. we have low standards for grammar here.
So, how about Red River, just as a topic? How about Red River, just as a topic?
Well, working in Concord, I work right on Main Street, and loving independent film. I was so thrilled when Red River opened up. 6 years ago, maybe?
Oh, no.
6 years?
I can tell you it's coming perilously close to being 9 in October.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
I'm getting old so quickly. Much younger than you, but I'm still old. You know?
Yes, you are.
But anyway, I was so thrilled because here's what's great about Red River for the region, but especially those of us who work in Concord. It keeps us in town after work. We're not fleeing Concord to go back home. We stay in town. We go to the restaurants. We can walk to go see great movies in state-of-the-art theaters. This is the thing I tell my friends. I said, this isn't some, are we allowed to say crappy on the cable television?
Sure.
This isn't some crappy box you're sitting in. You're sitting in stadium-style seating, comfortable seats, state-of-the-art sound, digital projection, seeing the greatest of independent films that are available anywhere in the world, right here in Concord. I just think it is just an amazing community resource and so good for the region.
The theater has caught on nicely during the past 8+ years. There definitely was a feeling when it was being created whether or not the community would support it. And thankfully the community and the surrounding area has come forth and really given a voice of approval for the place.
As a member of the board, I'm so thankful when I'll come to a film on the weekends, for matinees and so on, and there's literally lines stretching out the door for people waiting to get in to see a film. It's just the theater has been a success, will continue to be a success, and I just think it is one of the things that just makes Concord just a terrific town to live in and a terrific town to work in.
Yeah, no, and I think it's been a boom for the downtown area here too, to bring people south of Pleasant Street, that and the Capitol Center for the Arts, and the introduction of a couple of new buildings, courtesy of Steve Dupuis, that have indeed, I think, enhanced South Main Street quite nicely, and the food co-op too.
Gibson's bookstore, brand new. Gibson's is terrific.
A lot of cool things happening south of Pleasant Street in the past few years.
So what is that? That would be SOPS? That's not a very good acronym. SOPS?
No, we don't.
We need something better than that.
Yeah, we got to come up with something better than that. David, thank you very much.
All right, Barry.
I appreciate
you
taking
pleasure.
me a couple of minutes to on the Marquee. Becky and I have been doing this for is it too long, or how has it been a couple of years?
Just over a year
Just over
that
a
I've
year.
been in it.
Yeah, no, I've been in it for a while. But,
Well, let me make a quick pitch to those of you watching this show. If you haven't been to Red River in quite a while, or if you've never been to Red River, you should really check it out. Come down, see a film. Best. We didn't even mention the popcorn, which is the best popcorn in the state. Great concessions. You can get a real beer and a real wine, as they said in Pulp Fiction. And I'm not talking in a plastic cup type thing. It's just a great theater, and I know that you'll have a great time.
okay. David, thank you very much. Thanks, Becky. We have found two young ladies who are film fans amongst this really very crowded Market Days activity, and one has just seen Finding Dory, and the other young lady hasn't, and they've just got through arguing about the fact that you saw it and I didn't. What's going on here, girls?
Well, we saw this booth and we were interested, and so she asked if we wanted to do an interview, and we said yeah. Our class, we went here for RMS, and so our cluster, we got to see Journey to the Center of the Earth, which was pretty cool considering it was huge, and I've seen it before on a smaller screen and it doesn't look as cool when it's on a movie screen, and it was really nice that Red River provided us with free popcorn and soda.
I think I love you. You've just said what I tell people all the time, that movies are not the same watching it on a TV set, or heaven forbid a telephone. That's not the way to watch a film. It's to find a nice big screen, hopefully with an audience that can enjoy it with you. Would you agree?
Definitely.
So girls, aside from Dory, what have you seen lately that you thought well of at the movies?
A while ago, I saw Brooklyn at Red River, and that was, oh my god, it's just amazing.
The young lady that was in that is really special, Circe Ronan. Have you ever heard her with her actual Irish accent?
Yeah, I saw her, I think on the Tonys.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, I know her. She doesn't sound the same, but she's so good.
Yes. Yeah.
I saw Love and Friendship.
Oh yeah.
I saw it here, and it was pretty good. It was very British. Very British.
Yeah. And a lot of conversation, but that didn't bother you.
No, not really. It was kind of interesting to hear them, as, it was older times, so you could hear the different words that they used, and the different, the costumes were beautiful. All the ladies were wearing beautiful dresses, and it was fun to see the social classes, because that showed it too, of who you couldn't marry and who you could marry, and if you married them, you'd be like a disgrace to the family.
You had to marry somebody that had money.
Yeah.
That seemed to be the the reason for
Yep.
people looking for romance, at least according to Love and Friendship.
Yeah, it was the truth. Like, this girl wanted to marry it was like a serving boy because she really loved him, but her mom was like, no, you can't marry him. You have to marry this guy. And so the mom really wanted to get rich, so she tried to persuade her child into marrying someone, but it didn't really happen. She did marry someone rich, but the mother just kind of disowned her.
Well, she ended up marrying the guy that she was trying to get the daughter to marry.
Yes.
And that character was really a hoot in the movie. He was pretty
Yeah.
funny, and for all the wrong reasons. He really was kind of off on his own little planet.
Yeah, he kind of was. And then the mother, oh yeah, that one. And then the daughter the mother kind of fell in love with him just to trick him to marry her. He was also really rich. And so even though it was her husband's deceased sister,
Yeah.
brother, she tried to make him marry her, but then he married her daughter. And it was kind of confusing.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, people aren't going to be able to go see this movie because you're telling the whole plot.
Well, it's a very interesting movie if you're into that kind of thing.
I agree. It was really well done. Yeah. So, anything else that you'd like to comment about? How about anything that's on the horizon movie-wise? Is there something coming up that you
Beauty
say
and the Beast.
want to see?
Beauty and the Beast, the live-action movie, I really want to see that.
Yeah. Good.
Pets at Home, like the Secret Life of Pets, I
Yep.
really want to see that one.
Yep. Yep.
And Finding Dory. I want to see that one. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I hope you'll be able to walk away from here and still be friends. There's no danger of not being friends, is there?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Good. Thank you very much. Appreciate you taking a moment and talking to me about movies in Concord, New Hampshire. Thanks. One more thing, girls. We would like you to identify yourself so that your friends and relatives will say, that is who I thought it was.
Bailey, Lucy,
Yeah. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Becky, I found two young men who have just come from the movies and are down here at Market Days. Gentlemen, what did you just see?
We saw Finding Dory. We're gonna head in that direction.
You agree?
How's that sound?
Yep. Was it funny, sad? What part of the movie really turned you on?
I think it was pretty sad at a part, and then it was just really happy.
You agree? Yeah. Is there anything coming out this summer pretty soon that you're looking forward to seeing at the movies?
We can like hang it from the ceiling, and then when the AC
Yep. Did you just see the trailer for that this afternoon? Yeah. And that looked good? Yeah. It should be coming out pretty soon. Do you agree that that looks good? The guy who was in that, he just won an Oscar. The guy that plays the title character. But that looked good. It was good, the movie. Yeah. What do you buy at the concession stand when you go to the movies?
usually Starburst and popcorn.
Just popcorn. Nothing exotic at the movies, food-wise.
They don't have a ton of things.
Okay.
Really exotic.
What else?
He's going to see, he wants to see Secret Life of Pets.
Was that
Ask
what?
him what he wants to see.
What do you want to see this
I
summer?
think Secret Life of Pets is really good.
Yeah. That's animated, right? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. What are you looking for here at Market Days aside from a balloon and a blue bag?
I come here. I'm obsessed with handmade necklaces. I usually try to find a couple handmade necklaces.
Is this something that you just bought?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Are you the same way?
Kind of.
You realize you're wearing a political symbol here.
Kind of ironic. He's a
Okay. All right. Guys, thank you very much. I'll let you go. Is that your grandmother?
Yes.
That you with? Enjoy her company and have a good time walking around here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Becky, we found another prospect for interviewing here about movies at Market Days. And young man, what's your first name?
My name is Andrew Long.
Andrew. I understand you like movies. Is that true?
I love film. I just love how the fact that it teleports you to fictional places with fictional people, and it's just a great experience.
What have you experienced lately at the movies?
I saw Finding Dory last Friday, a great movie. Everybody should see it. It is really good.
Yeah. No, we just had people here. That seems to be the movie that everybody has watched this past weekend, or maybe even this week. What else have you seen lately that you thought well of?
I've seen Neighbors 2, X-Men Apocalypse. I've seen the new Marvel movie. I've seen Now You See Me 2. I've seen a whole bunch of movies.
Is there anything that you missed?
I missed what's that movie called? The one with the one I forget what it's called. It's the low budget. It's like the gangster kind of movie with it had Russell Crowe in it.
With Russell Crowe. Oh, Nice Guys.
Yes, The Nice Guys.
Yeah. That may have been. How old are you?
I am 22.
22. Then you should have been appropriately aged to go see that. That was perhaps a little bit more adult than the other movies that you've been talking about.
Yes. Like, I have a wide taste in likes. Like, my all-time favorite movie happens to be Les Miserables.
Wow.
That happens to be my all-time favorite movie because I love musicals and I love film, so the two together always teleport me to the happiest places when there's musicals and movies combined.
That's good. No, the movies are a good source of entertainment in today's marketplace, I think.
Yes, they are a great source of entertainment in today's marketplace.
Okay. Is there anything coming out in the next few weeks that you're looking forward to? Any particular title?
There is a whole bunch. I'm probably gonna be seeing the new on Monday. I'm probably gonna go to the drive-in and see the new Independence Day Resurgent. I'm excited for. I forget all the names right now, but
What drive-in theater do you go to?
I go to the Weir's Theater Drive-In. It is a really nice drive-in, one of the very last of its kind because some theaters have pretty much became kind of obsolete, but I love going there. It is a great venue. I'm going with like my best friend on Monday. So yeah.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much for talking to me about the movie business, and I'm really thrilled to find a young man who's such a movie fan. You are to be commended for doing so.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you.
Okay. We have found someone a little older to talk to. Primarily, we're talking to young people who have come by here. May I have your name, sir?
David?
David, do you like to go to the movies?
Yes, I do.
What have you seen lately that you had really thought a lot of?
Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. I saw that. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And it was exciting.
I liked it because it was a timepiece of the 70s. So,
Definitely. Yeah, no, I think they did a pretty good job of planting it in the 70s.
yeah, I do.
And the two actors were great.
Yeah.
They played off of one another very well.
Yes, they did.
Have you seen anything else that turned you on lately? Movie-wise.
Movie-wise? Let's see. What else have we seen recently? Trying to think.
Oh, do you go to the superhero stuff? Have you seen, how about Star Wars? And
Oh yeah, I saw the new Star Wars movie this year, and I've seen some of the Marvel movies.
the latest Superman movie, Superman versus
Superman versus Batman.
How did that strike you?
That was pretty good. I thought that was well done.
Captain America, Civil War.
Yeah, that was good.
You've seen all these things.
I have. Yeah.
Well, you really are a movie fan.
I am.
Okay, good. Is there anything on the horizon that you've seen or heard about that might be coming out in the next few weeks that you're going to say, I'm going to be not first in line, but it's going to be close?
I'm probably not going to be first in line.
This is a Strasbourg trio, danced by Muriel and Sveta, and it's a combination of steps that they would dance normally with 4 people.
Can't really put a finger on it.
No. Okay, that's all right.
Strasbourg.
Do you ever go see the animated stuff? Like everybody that I've spoken to so far today have seen Finding Dory.
Yeah, that's a little young for me. I don't really like cartoon stuff too much.
Okay, no, I understand that. I can appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. David?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
appreciate you willing to talk to me about this subject.
Okay, great. Thanks. Good luck.
You're welcome. I'm here with Tom Arnold, and about to say goodbye to Market Days. We've had a good time interviewing people. And Mr. Arnold, how's things been for you today?
Things have been wonderful. It's my 28th year here, and it's always a pleasure to be at downtown Market
Days are fun.
It's extremely fun.
When it's not raining or the wind isn't blowing like crazy.
Oh yeah, we don't need another microburst, do we?
Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
See you next week.